It's one thing to bring you a story about a transgender woman competing and handily beating biological women. We've seen that. But it's a whole other thing now when the transgender woman is beating 10-year-old girls. We want to show you there what is happening. This is the New York City Women's Skateboarding Contest, and here's the placement. In first place, it is a transgender, Ricky Trace, a 29-year-old military veteran, father of three, who tried out for the Olympics as a woman, but did not meet the testosterone standards. So instead goes into skateboarding, where they beat 5 other girls, 4 of whom were 16, 13, 12, and 10. Let's bring in our panel to react and talk a little bit more about what is happening. Radio talk show host Simon Conway and Project 21 member Whitley Yates. Good to have you with me. Thanks, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Thanks for having us.
Well, I'm good. I think a lot of people, especially parents, are sort of shaking their head. I want to play a clip of Ricky, in her own words, describing how how she feels about women, and saying it's more of looks, more than just looks, and really what's on the inside.
I've decided that, again, I like being pretty and cute. So everything that goes with that is female. Like, I love female bodies. I think it's a work of art. I know that I'll never be a woman because women are miraculous, you know? They have babies and create life and do all that awesome stuff. I'll never have that ability, but I feel like I'm a woman.
Okay, so feeling like one and now taking prize money from like a 10-year-old apparently is all acceptable. Whitley, what's your reaction as a woman? May I ask you first?
Yes, as a biological woman, I think that this is completely asinine. I think the fact that he's competing in women's sports while saying that he's not a woman is the epitome of crazy. And here we are as a society and as a country supporting these types of deals. The runner-up is a 12-year-old little girl who I'm sure has practiced and spent so much of her time and energy perfecting her craft and learning how to skateboard, only for this burly man that feels like a woman, that wants to be a woman, to come in and take over first place. I think it's completely unacceptable, and I think New York needs to do something. But of course, they're Democratic led, they are progressive, and they're not going to do anything to resolve these issues that we have grown men with children playing against 12-year-old little girls.
I mean, Simon, this is America right now.
First of all, I'm really pleased that you asked Whitley first, because I think a woman needed to answer the question before me. What is this guy getting out of this? He's a 29-year-old biological male who just beat a 12-year-old girl. Yay! Oh, what is he getting out of it? I don't even begin to understand what that is about. But, you know, let me tell you something. I have a 15-year-old girl. She's very tall. She's 5'11", and she plays basketball. And she's pretty good. And there are some colleges that are like a little bit interested. If she loses a scholarship to a biological male, that girl is going to be heartbroken. But that's the smallest part of it. She's actually going to have a life taken away from her by a guy.
Well,
it's wrong, period.
Unfortunately, we are just about out of time, but we've gotten your opinions, and I think a lot of people in America are watching and shaking their heads in agreement. Simon Conway, Whitley Yates, thanks so much for joining me today, and appreciate your comments on what is happening in the world of skating and transgender women. Thanks, guys.